Yes, sir. Welcome.
I'm Joel Salatin from Polyface Farm in the Shenandoah Valley over in near Stanton. When our family came, I'm second generation. We now have our son running the farm, so I can run around and do this kind of thing. And we have 4 generations on the farm. My mom's a happy 90-year-old on her own. When we came, the per acre and per calf ratio in value at the sale barn was 4 to 1. $4 acre, $1 calf. I won't go into all the details, but just remember 4 to 1. Today, it's 50 to 1. There's a reason why the average farmer is now 60 years old and why we actually now rent 9 pieces of property from people who can't make a living on their farms. In 1906, when food safety moved from community accountability to government agencies, our civilization could not imagine eBay's feedback loop. They could not imagine stainless steel, on-farm electricity, refrigeration, on-demand hot water, indoor plumbing, and temperature monitoring. They didn't know about pathogen incubation cycles. I mean, they were still a little bit arguing over whether we should boil surgical instruments between amputations, you know. They didn't know about pathogen monitoring. They didn't know about hygiene, sanitation, and nutrition. Today, we know about all those things. We know about that infrastructure. We've got stainless steel. And we've got something called Angie's List, social media. The fact is that we now have innovation. I want you to key on innovation. We now have the innovation that allows us to create a real-time quality feedback loop in the marketplace. And I would suggest that an industrial, opaque system like we were developing in 1906 as people moved off the farms, you know, and quit doing things for themselves, that people couldn't imagine the kind of real-time feedback loop we could have. But innovation requires choice in the marketplace. Choice creates risk. All great innovations are risky. I remember well when we began homeschooling 30 years ago, the credentialed experts in the state said we couldn't build enough prisons or insane asylums to handle all of the disenfranchised homeschoolers. That has not been the case. Scare tactics are that we'll risk killing people. But we accept risk all the time. We still drive, even though we know there are a lot of accidents. We still use steps, even though we know several hundred Virginians will die this year falling down them. We still allow swimming pools in the backyards, even though several Virginia infants will drown in swimming pools. We still allow Virginians to smoke. We still allow Virginians to own guns. We appreciate the fact that with choice comes risk, and there's no such thing as zero tolerance. So I ask you to think about innovation, how we provide choice in the marketplace, and how we simply can't be scared to never set foot on the moon. That's what we're asking today, to let us set foot on the moon. Thank you.
Hold on one second. I didn't do this with Randall, but if anybody on committee has a question
Sure.
of these, please. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for giving us a voice here today.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming.